So, hi everyone, I want to show you with this video a really nice method to create some trance melody from an hard rock riff. I choose a really interesting sound, the C1. It's very similar to a guitar sound, and a riff very popular. It comes from Australia, probably you know very well. And so let me show the song. But first of all, let's check the setup. So, cutoff completely open, resonance not so much in the middle position, accent doesn't matter, and effect off. Okay, then, so go in the pattern section, choose a pattern, clear if you need, you know how to do that, press pattern, clear, and then OK. So, the riff is composed by 3 patterns, okay? The first 2 are based on 16 steps, so nothing strange, and the last one 32 steps. Then I show you to do that. First of all, go in the step rec mode. The song is a classic arpeggio where the B note is the root, so is repeated every change of note. Then I show you. You have to change also the octave in the lower octave, so start with B in the lower octave, then D sharp, back lower octave with B, then F sharp, back in the lower octave with B, and then again normal octave, D sharp, B lower octave, F sharp, and so on. Okay, this is the first part. Let's check. Now let's go with the second pattern, entering in step rec mode, 16 steps for these two. So again, B in the lower octave, now E in the normal octave, back with B in the lower octave, G in the normal, and so on. Okay, let's check. Perfect. Go with the last part. So, enter in the step rec mode, set to 32 steps, press step rec, and with the knob set to 32 steps. Control your shuffle too, has to be set to 0, so press tempo with the knob set to 0. Okay, then let's check the note. So, first of all, start with B in the lower octave, normal octave again B, B in the lower, A in the normal, B in the lower, G sharp in the normal, B in the lower, A in the normal, B in the lower, G sharp in the normal, B in the lower, F sharp in the normal, B in the lower, G sharp in the normal, B in the lower, E in the normal, B in the lower, F sharp in the normal, B in the lower, D sharp in the normal, B in the lower, E in the normal, B in the lower, D sharp in the normal, B in the lower, E in the normal, B in the lower, D sharp in the normal, B in the lower, E in the normal, B in the lower, and the last one, D sharp in the normal. Okay, the tricky part is done. But before to go on with the explanation of the riffs, I want to show you a little trick with your drum kit, because this song is a rock song and has a strange accent. So you can use the classic metric. Let me check. It doesn't work. So you have to push a step forward all your instrument. So okay, and so for the hand clap, for example, the classic is 5-13, but it doesn't work. And so on for the hit-hat and other instrument. So this is basic for your correct timing. Well, now, how to create some trance atmosphere? So, first of all, the sound is the most important thing in this machine. C1 is a typical guitar sound. For example, A9 is really interesting. Well, many others. So, how to do a classic transition between sounds of this type without glitch or without clicking or something strange? You can do with simple fading technique, just like DJing. So my suggestion is choose your favorite sound. So for example, the C1, the A9, the C5, this is the sound I choose. And then back in the user bank, where you can make a simple transition with the knob. This is the technique. For example, start with the C1. So go with the C1. Okay. Then press envelope mode. Okay. And then you are in the user bank. For example, I set in the first. Press OK. So now the user bank number 1 is the C1, Another, the A9, for example. Okay, press envelope mode. Number 2. And then, for example, the C5, so C5. Okay, press envelope. Is the third sound. Okay, at this point, okay, really nice. At this point, you can use with the cutoff and the envelope a kind of fading, and then you can change just only with one click. Okay, then let's check the demo in hi-fi sound, and then let me know in the comment if you like this kind of riff, this kind of trance method to create a really nice melody. Bye!